So we're now in the lecture hall. A quick update. This week here they did the concrete infill for handicap accessibility. Stations up here on the top level. Of course, all the demo has been completed. The mechanical coordination drawings are complete, so we're expecting the mechanical trades to be in here very shortly. We're continuing our walk to the first floor, which is the floor that's the least complete at this section. This is this area of the corridor. The studs were taken out. This is where we added the new electrical trench. This, believe it or not, is the electrical room. It'll come into shape once the walls are put back in here. The new electrical trench then went down through here and eventually went down into the basement to service the new equipment. So this area is the least completed. It's used as the staging area. Typically in multiple story buildings, that's what happens. The first floor is the last floor to be completed. The framing is done. The shear walls are completed. The mechanicals are in pretty good shape. The ductwork has started, and we'll talk about that a little bit further on the other floors, in the risers. So the second floor a little more complete. You'll see the shoring. It's lined up. We saw it on the first floor, second floor, third floor, and fourth floor for these openings on the south wing down into here. All of the office drywall is completed. They have started some drywall on the west side here. All the masonry shear walls are completed. So this gets a little more shape of the classrooms. All the classrooms are on this side over here. So we are on the second floor, and the first of four duct chases has started. We call them risers. You can take a look down here. This is down to the first floor here. The ductwork rises up through here. This is the second floor through the third floor and all the way up to the roof. And I understand the roofers are actually working to prepare for the cutout. The ductwork actually penetrates through the concrete roof, and then the unit goes up on over the top. So we are presently on the fourth floor. So 2, 3, and 4. 2 is a little bit more completed. They're all pretty much in the same style of construction. Offices to the east side. The mason's up here doing some of his corridor fill-ins. And this is what it looks like through all the classroom sections here. 1, 2, 3, 4 classrooms, without the shear walls being completed. But you can see, as I was talking about, the ductwork risers that are being protected. The openings are being protected by these wood openings. So on the fourth floor, again, the classic look down at the typical, riser location. There's the ductworks. We're looking all the way down at the first floor. That's why these sections are rated, because it's an open chaseway from first floor all the way up through the fourth floor. We're going to take a shot in a minute. The roofers are up there, remove the snow. There's a piece of metal already in place there, the angle iron. This deck will get cut out. The duct will penetrate up through the deck and then be eventually tied through the ER unit. A good place to take a classic look at how these new rough openings have been constructed. The mason fills the end jambs solid. The beam is installed, and then the beam is strong enough to be able to support the roof system over this large opening to this new classroom. So the challenges of construction in February, we have the roofers up on site. They have, just as we talked about, the ductwork penetrates through. They have shoveled the snow off of the 2 locations over there and the 2 locations over there where the ductwork passes up to the ERV units. So we've got 20 degrees, February 11th. Pretty good strong wind here. So what they do, they cut back the roof. They're building, a temporary protection so that they can cut the concrete out, prepare for the ductwork to come in. Then more towards the delivery of the ER unit, they'll put the permanent curb in, flash it in correctly, and tie the ductwork into the unit. So really quickly, in OSHA regulation, one way to work on the roof, flags within 6 feet from the edge. As long as you're inside the flags, you don't have to be tied off. A great simple way to work on a roof. A quick update on the exterior. This section over here gets some higher yard drain work and new sidewalks that's not been installed yet. This section over in here had some serious heavy storm drainage. All the steam lines have been installed and tested. We're almost by the Mason's lift up in there. There's a steam vault. You know, that work has been all completed. There's just the upper yard drain and finished sidewalk work that happens in this section through here. Our exterior update for the south end over here being Whitney Road and Mansfield Road. All the granite steps have been taken out and been stored. These cheek walls, both on the left and the right, have stayed. So we've had the new water service that has been installed. The storm drainage has not. We found an issue with the sewer main that runs directly under. There's concrete cheek walls that support the stairs in through here that will need to be repaired. And then there will be sidewalks and new curbs, you know, left to be finished in this. We'll finish up with an update in our mechanical space here. We have the new sump pit has been installed, and there's the line that ties into a trench drain that will get installed later on over to here. That went in this week. They'll continue to backfill, and then the concrete gets cast around that. So they're doing really well with the steam and in our heating station over to this area over here. Get a little bit of closer look. Those are our exchangers on the wall over here. It turns it into the hot water. This is a PRV station where the steam comes in through the perimeter wall over here. The steam and condensate return. There's our condensate pumps that send it back out. All right, so this work is in pretty good shape here. So you can see our control valves have been installed. Some of the heat lines are actually going in. This is in pretty good shape through here. So behind the ladders you see is our elevator pit. There's been some work down in the elevator pit on the demolition of the foundation wall, and the stairway coming out. Lastly, this week brought challenges with us. February 10th, Wednesday evening, we had a water main break pretty close to the area of the orange cone. So we had a collaborative effort with facilities and KBE and their site contractor. It was a break that was not attributed to construction. It was a little bit beyond the line, but it was an older pipe, and most likely it had some bedding issues, and you know, just the fact that we were here, a little bit of vibration traffic coming in and out, but it was completed. The contractor was just putting the last lift of material over the top.
Remember to subscribe to our UConn PAES channel. Once you subscribe, on the left hand side, manage subscriptions. To the right of our symbol, a little gearbox, little check mark next to send me all notifications for this channel with a save. Now anytime we add a project, update a project, you get an automatic email notification. We thank you for your interest in our UConn projects. Have a great day.